to build a society where a child of nobody can be president, Obi. Peter Obi, the presidential candidate of the Labour Party, on Thursday told supporters in Port Harcourt, the River State capital, that he looks forward to building a country where everyone can achieve his dreams. Obi, who stressed that Nigerians must vote for persons of competence with the capacity and capability to change the country, said that his ambition is to build a society where people will be secured, where a child of nobody will be able to be president of this country. Insisting that the job is a job for people with physical and mental energy, not a retirement home, the Labour Party presidential candidate revealed that he is in the race with his running mate Dati Baba Ahmed because they are committed to building a new Nigeria as it is possible. Hold us responsible. We are prepared for the job. Somebody asked me today, with all this money you have stolen, how would you, all these monies that they have stolen, how would you transform Nigeria? And I said, I have turned around failed businesses. Nigeria is a failed country. Give it to us and we will turn it around. We want Nigerians to hold us responsible for turning around this country. I am not looking for anything. I've been a governor for 8 years. I didn't owe salary or gratuity or pension, but I left $150 million and 30 billion naira. Go to Anambra State. If you see one piece of land allocated to Peter Obi, the wife, or anybody close to me, I will stop running. Next year's election is based on the character we can trust, he reiterated. On his part, the Labour Party National Chairman Julius Abure told the crowd that 2023 is the time to recover our country from those who have put us in poverty, in hunger and unemployment. Therefore, the choice we must make in 2023 is the Labour Party and Peter Obi. There is no doubt why we have been suffering, because we have been voting for the wrong people. It is time for us to vote for the right people who will recover this country again. I mean, these are words. I mean, of course, he's very sellable. I mean, you can't say Peter Obi is an unintelligent individual who's not strategic or knows what he's doing. Of course, he knows what he's doing. But I think anything, what's the most important thing? He might say the best things, I've turned around failed businesses, Nigeria is a failed state, so I can turn it around, He can say all that. But the main thing he said, which is a green flag, and should be a green flag that you should look for in any presidential candidate, is the fact that he made sure to say, hold us responsible. That's all we need. That is literally all we need. I don't have to explain to you what your job as a president is. I don't have to tell you that. No, you already know. You know what you're stepping into. He's ready for the job. And he said, you need someone with mental and physical strength. Not those that, are meant to be in a retirement home, and we know who he's talking about. But if anything, what is the most important of what he said is to keep him accountable. Hold us responsible. And that is the best thing that we should be hearing from every single person. Anyone can come with a manifesto. Anybody can. I mean, what have Nigerians not heard? At this point, what is remaining is that a president will say, I will take you to space. Nigerians have heard everything. So what it is that we need is accountability, a system whereby, an individual can come into the system and the individual will not be the problem. The individual will not have so much power that the system is shaking. No. The individual walks into a system that holds him accountable, that the system already dictates how things are run or dictates a standard of, leadership. That is how it should be. So, and who else to do that or make that possible than the people? And this individual here, he's telling you, you know what? Hold us responsible. I mean, he's literally saying, hold me responsible if I don't know what I'm going to do. He's literally saying, punish me if I don't do what I'm meant to do. And obviously, I said that in a very extreme context and time. But what more do you want, especially in a country like Nigeria? We don't need any soft language. We don't need to sugarcoat whatever you want to do or tell us the best things. Don't start speaking with like Obama with your charisma. We don't need that. Nigeria is far from that. We're so behind. We don't have time for sweet words. We don't have time for, some flimsy persuasion based on, someone's words and how beautiful they look or how they sound, with a deep voice and say, I will change Nigeria. We don't need that. We don't need your phonetics. We don't need that. We need someone who can work. As he said, capability, capacity, and competency. That is literally what we need. And if you can't give that, we'll hold you accountable, especially to your words. I mean, Peter Obi has talked about generating power. Peter Obi has talked about, for example, as he said, building a better society. I mean, Nigeria needs to start from scratch. We need to redesign what our society is, what our society stands for, our values, and everything, to be honest. And And so yes, I think, who speaks like this? I mean, in my opinion, I don't think Peter Obi has any competition in a, in a sane and ideal context. But look at the other presidential candidates. Who speaks like this? Who speaks of society like this? Who speaks of accountability like this? You know what I mean? I mean, Peter Obi hasn't directly answered. I guess it's the politician in him, but he hasn't directly answered, questions, pertaining to accountability as regards stolen money and embezzlement of funds by previous administrations. He hasn't said anything specific to what he will do about it or how he aims to address it, but I think his concern is, I will get into power and I'm going to do what I intend to do, to be honest. There is a lot of faith, and there's no reason why we should not vote for him, except you can give reasons why you think Peter Obi is not good. If they're not valid, then keep it yourself. But that's it. Party concept says, a man with vision carry go. Please get out, another person says. And Ibiye Karibo Briggs also says, empty stadium. Okay. That is integrity, Peter Obi all the way. Honestly speaking, if we have seen that on you, sir, were a child of nobody, rise and you become somebody. Peter Obi is the only candidate Nigerians need this time around to change the tides. Okay, the first half of your sentence did not make sense, but it is what it is, to be honest. Again, it goes back to why, to be honest, when you look at the standards, I'm not saying vote for anybody, but if you're going to compare where individuals are placed, you can definitely tell that, Peter Obi is far ahead. Catching up right now from other parties, is very late. But, really what it is an individual telling you, hold me accountable. And more than anything, he's addressing not just economic issues, because I feel like for success of an economy or a state, the finances, the policies, like, that is what we use. We always use monetary policies and measures and economical measures to indicate whether a country is successful or not. But when it comes to development, the society is also very important. And of course, as one says, he's a man of vision. So this is someone who can actually see things holistically, as they say. Put what you think about this in the comment section below, and do not forget to like and subscribe.